Hello everyone, this is Shiv Prem, a legal intern at Lexis & Company and currently pursuing BLLB honors from Central University of South Bihar. In the today's session, I am dealing with the sexual harassment. In the first part, I had gone through its definitions, types, and what are considered to be sexual harassment and what are not considered to be sexual harassment. Further, in this video, I will be dealing with some laws which are available in our country in either IPC or in the Information and Technology Act, and further later we will discuss the sexual harassment of a woman at workplace, prevention, prohibition and redressal act. So let us start from the Indian Penal Code. There are a few provisions given, a few sections which deals with the sexual harassment part, not directly and indirectly both. So let us start from section 294, which deals with the offense acts and sounds, whoever to the annoyance of others. This section says that if any person does any sort of offense act in public or sings or recites any obscene song, bawd or statements or words in a public place or near any public place to the annoyance of others, then such a person shall be punishable with an imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 months or with fine or with both. This section provides protection to the all irrespective of gender and ensures that no person is harassed or made uncomfortable in public place by any person. This section is a site of relief to all the girls who face the problem of eve teasing and harassment on roads in the form of passing comments, remarks, or singing songs to annoy other female. As this section not only makes it an offense but also provides the punishment. Further, section 354 deals with the assault or criminal force to women with intent to outrage her modesty. This section provides protection to women from any sort of which assault with an intention to outrage the modesty of the female. This section states that if any person assaults or uses criminal force against any woman with the intention to outrage her modesty or knowing that such action would likely result in outraging the modesty of the woman, then such a person shall be punishable with an imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years or with fine or with both. This section protects all the females from any sort of assault or criminal force which would outrage their modesty. This section thereby protects the females from being harassed in any form which would outrage their modesty. Further, section 344 clause A, which deals with sexual harassment and punishment for sexual harassment. This section was not present in the code initially but was incorporated by an amendment. This section made sexual harassment an offense and also defines it. This section says that if a man commits any of the following acts, like including physical contact and advances involving unwelcoming and explicit sexual overtones, or a demand or a request for sexual favors, or showing pornography against the will of a woman, or making sexually colored remarks, then such a person is considered to be guilty of the offense of sexual harassment. The punishment prescribed for the offense under clause 1, clause 2, and clause 3 of the subsection 1 of section 354 clause A shall be punished with a rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years or fine or with both. Why? As the punishment prescribed for the offense under clause 4 shall be punishable with an imprisonment for a term which may extend to 1 year or with fine or with both. Now, coming to section 354, this section makes voyeurism an offense, stating that watching or capturing an image of a woman when engaged in a private act, where she does not have an expectation of being observed either by a preparator or by the other person at the behest of such a preparator or discriminates, such an image shall be punishable on the first convention with an imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 1 year and can be extended to 3 years and such person shall also be liable to pay fine. If in case subsequent conviction, the imprisonment shall not be less than 3 years, but the same may extend to 7 years with fine. This section protects the woman from being observed in her private moments and provides her for a punishment for the offender in two phases. Further, section 354 clause D, 354D, which deals with stalking. This section makes stalking an offense and states that if any man follows a woman and contacts her or makes an attempt to contact a woman to foster personal interaction repeatedly, despite clear indication of disinterest by such woman, or in any way monitors the internet, email, or other forms of communications used by a woman, is considered to have committed an offense of stalking. This section also provides for exceptions as to when such a stalking is done to prevent or detect a crime, and the person stalking is duty bound to protect or prevent the crime. The section provides that whoever commits the offense of a stalking woman shall be punished with her imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, and also be liable to pay a fine at the first conviction. However, on subsequent conviction, imprisonment of a term extending up to 5 years with fine is prescribed by the section. Further, section 503, which deals with the criminal intimidation. This section makes criminal intimidation an offense and states if any person threatens a person with an injury to the person or reputation or property, or to the person or reputation or property, or of anyone in whom such a person is interested. This section protects a woman when sort of sexual advances made by threats to harm her physically or her reputation or her property is then guilty intimidation, punishable with an imprisonment for 2 years with fine. Further, coming to Information and Technology Act, section 67. This section prescribes punishment for publishing obscene material in any sort of electronic form. This section reads as follows: whoever publishes or transmits or causes to be published or transmitted in electronic form any material which is lascivious or appeals to the prurient interest, or if its effect is such as to tend to deprave and corrupt persons who are likely, having regard to all the relevant circumstances, to read, see, or hear the matter contained or embodied in it, shall be punished on the first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, and with fine which may extend to rupees 5 lakh, and in the event of second or subsequent conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years, and also with a fine which may extend to rupees 10 lakhs. This section protects the basic decency or and the morality of a woman and ensures that no one exploits them. Further, coming to the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act. The Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace was this act was basically first legislation enacted to protect the woman from being sexually harassed, but the legislation was specified in the workplace. The legislation has defined the term sexual harassment under Section 2 and gives an inclusive definition, stating that the sexual harassment includes any one or more of the following unwelcome acts or behavior, whether directed or by implications, namely physical contact and advances, or demand or a request for a sexual favor, or making sexually colored remarks, or showing pornography, or any other unwelcome physical, verbal, or non-verbal conduct of sexual nature. The Act lays down a detailed definition of the term sexual harassment and also provides for a various other provisions to be adopted by the employer to curb the menace of the sexual harassment. The Act provides the for the establishment of local complaint committees at the district level, and also provides for the establishment of local complaint committee at the workplace to deal with the complaints of sexual harassment in the workplace. This act also prescribes the procedure for filing a complaint in the mechanism available to get justice. That's all for now. Let us meet in the next session. Thank you. Please do like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.